going. All right. It
Yes.
is 8 o'clock, guys. Welcome to the Startup Secrets, the Real Negosyante Talk. This is Miss O with Miss Maria K10, right? And we are now going to be discussing how, as CEOs, how our CEO mindset can help us navigate through this uncertain terrain of this big COVID-19, this big C19, right? A little bit of a reminder, I won't be able to say hi to everybody who comes in. I hope that, you guys don't take offense, all right? I will answer and, read your comments. I will also try to answer. We will also try to answer all of your questions. So please feel free to type them all down. All right. A couple of reminders that if you have any private um, questions, like if we're single, how old we are, please DM them to us. Only only questions and discussions that are related to the topic will be acknowledged at this time, and this is so that we can deliver the all the information that we need to deliver to you guys. All right. Hello, everybody who just joined in. So, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Miss O. My patients call me Miss O. I am a behavior interventionist. I am an entrepreneur. I'm also a consultant. My co-host right here is Miss Maria K10. Kindly introduce yourself, Maria.
Hi, everyone. Hello, Kumu. Hi, Facebook. I am Maria. I am a success, business, and wealth coach, and I specifically help trailblazing women create successes their way and build and launch their empires. I'm very excited to be here with you on Kumu and on Facebook. So, magandang gabi, mga kababayan.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin ngayon dito sa aming show. So this is the Startup Secrets, the Real Negosyante Talk. Okay, guys? So, I want to do a recap. So, mga napag-aralan natin or natutunan natin last week's episode. All right? So, Maria, last week we did a set stream because we were having technical difficulties when it
Yes.
comes to the internet connection. All right. So just so that we bring everybody together on the different information that we both delivered on the two different platforms, let us do a recap, right? So let's first review what is mindset. Maria, can you please explain to us what is mindset?
I'll do better than explaining it to you. Let me just quickly pull up a graphic, okay? So on
I'm gonna show you
Facebook,
guys,
people
okay?
can see this, but on Kumu, Miss O
I'm
is
gonna show
going
it
to
to them.
just, yes, to share it. Yeah. So, what is mindset? Kapag inisip nyo ang mindset, it's how your brain right now is being programmed. Kaya tignan mo, ang utak natin, right? Marami tayong mga memories, we have a lot of feelings, a lot of programmings, and a lot of belief. So the way we respond to anything is coming from how our brain is programmed. So let's say, kunyari, sa buong buhay mo, feeling mo malas ka or lagi na lang ang sabi ng mga tao sa'yo, malas ka. So, dahil ganun ang iniisip mo, ay nako, malas akong tao, kahit anong mangyari sa buhay mo, iisipin mo, malas ako, ay nako, malas talaga ako. O sisisihin mo sarili mo sa lahat ng klaseng bagay na nangyayari sa'yo. So let's say right now, with the coronavirus, iisipin mo, ay nako, malas talaga ako, kaya nagkaroon ng corona. Kahit na hindi mo naman kasalanan na nagkaroon ng coronavirus. So the way your mind is programmed is what you call mindset. Kaya nga, sobrang importante na yung mindset natin, dalasan natin yung pag-review dito. We have to keep remembering that our mindset affects the way we live our lives and we make decisions. So if we want to make better decisions, we need a better mindset. So that is how you look at mindset. So let me know. So okay, let me know in the comments. Okay, we're looking both on Facebook and Kumu. Anong tingin nyo ba sa sarili nyo na lagi kayong malas or ang hirap ng buhay or let's say lagi ka na lang talo. Lagi kang talo sa buhay. You're a big loser in life. So, those three, lagi ka bang malas? Iniisip nyo ba yun? Ay, naku,
Okay.
malas.
Maria, hold on, Maria. Can you check your cell phone?
Yes?
Maria, can you check your cell phone?
Yes,
Because
yes,
I
yes.
think I lost you. Can you check your cell phone? Because I think I
Yeah,
lost you
yeah.
on Kumu, on the cell
I am
phone.
here.
You're not moving on the Kumu here. So I'm afraid that we cannot hear you anymore on
Hold on,
Kumu.
hold on. I'm here.
I
Can
think that it's paused. No, Maria. Guys, can you hear Maria? Can you please let me know if you can hear Maria or see
Hey
Maria
everyone.
on
We're just
Kumu?
checking here on Kumu and on Facebook. Okay lang, yeah.
Okay,
Okay lang.
okay.
Yes, I'm
Maricel is
here. I'm
saying that
here.
you're okay. Wonderful,
Thank you so
guys.
much. Yes. All right. So
Okay, great.
let me repeat that. Okay. Sino sa mga nanonood ang iniisip na lagi kayong talo sa buhay, lagi kayong malas sa buhay, or ang hirap ng buhay? So let us know in the comments here on Kumu and on Facebook if that's what you've been thinking. Because if you've been thinking like that, let me ask you, how is your life?
So
I
that
don't
means that you
see.
have a negative mindset, right?
Yes.
So it is very important. Mindset is very, very important. And because having a positive mindset actually opens up a lot of opportunities for us.
Yes.
Having a good mindset actually helps sets us up for success. Now, um, our mindset is actually very dependent on how we were programmed as kids and as we grow up. So now that we are much older and we are much more in the know, it's very important for us to try to retrain or reframe our mindset, right, into a more positive view. Now, another thing that we discussed last week is um, entrepreneurship, right? We discussed entrepreneurship, right? We discussed what is entrepreneurship. Oh, Marisol Mar says, "Ako, I'm afraid to take risks, especially business venture." Yes. Oh,
Yes.
that's a lot of previous programming, right? Na, oh,
Yeah.
bakit pa ikaw mananegosyo, mamaya malugi ka, right? Or there's that maybe a lot of the people in your past did this to you, right? Like, oh, baka malugi, wag na, you're comfortable naman. So it's programmed in your head, right? Hi, Miss
Mm-mm.
Kairin. So now let's talk about entrepreneurship. Maria, can you please define entrepreneurship for our viewers, both on Kumu and on Facebook?
So let's talk about entrepreneurship. This is my most favorite definition, and I have to say thank you to the godfather, the considered
I'm gonna show you
godfather
guys, okay?
entrepreneurial studies, Howard Stevenson of Harvard Business School. He said entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity without regard to resources currently controlled. And I really sobrang love ko tong definition na to kasi ang iniisip kasi ng mga tao kapag like who was that earlier, Olivia, who said lagi kong iniisip na kapag magbe-business ako baka malas.
Maricel.
Okay, so like let's
Maricel.
say for you,
Sometimes,
Maricel.
she said.
So Maricel, for you, like for you to think like that, it's because the way you define business is what I have. Parang, kasi ang isang iniisip ng mga negosyante na pag papasok ka sa negosyo, kailangan kumita ka kaagad or kailangan may pondo ka kaagad. Pero sa totoo lang, ang entrepreneurship, ang pagnenegosyo, hindi lang siya yung dapat nakikita natin. But kung ano yung mga oportunidad na pwede nating magawa, what other opportunities we can create from where we are today. I think this is the one thing, ito yung gap ng maraming tao kasi hindi nila na-realize yung gaano ka-importante yung opportunity that we don't see right now, but what we can see coming to us in the future. Yun yung magic ng entrepreneurship.
So a good example of this is actually, the shows like Shark Tank or like the Perfect Pitch, right? You see these entrepreneurs who have really good ideas and they have really great products, but they don't necessarily have the funds to make pondo, to make pondo their company. So what they do is they seek for investors, right? They seek opportunities for their companies to grow. Now let's move on to the next point that we discussed last week. What is the CEO mindset and how does it differentiate from everybody else's mindset, Maria?
So most of the CEOs, and CEO mindset is my jam. I love talking about this because the CEO looks at, again, opportunities that are not yet present. Possible that what they see in the future, ano yung kaya nilang magawa? What are the things that they can create? What are the possibilities that they can make? What is a new conversation, a new world that they can be part of? And a great example of this is what's happening here in the Philippines. A lot of the big taipans, right, and tycoons, it's amazing how they have really stepped up and said, okay, we're going to give rent free for all our tenants, di ba? During this time of the pandemic para mabayaran nyo yung mga taong nagtatrabaho sa inyo. That is a very, it's they don't look at it as a loss. They look at it as an opportunity for the community they are serving to be sustainable. Kasi kung, sige nga, kikita sila. Let's say, kung talagang pinilit nila, okay, no, you know what? I need my rent. I'm not going to pay these people. Pag ginawa nila yon, masisira ang buong economy. That is the one thing they're looking at. Hindi nila iniisip na, itong buwan na to, hindi ako makakabenta, hindi ako makakakolekta ng renta, hindi, kailangan ko pa bayaran ang mga trabahador ko. They don't think of it like that. What they're thinking is, this community that I built, that I'm part of, needs to survive and to thrive during this crisis. So yung ganyang isip, yan ang CEO mindset. Unlike
They're
when
looking at the sustainability, the long term. They're taking care of the relationships, okay?
Exactly.
So it's not all about money, all right?
It's not
so
all about money,
how
it's
does other
about the life.
people, yes, what about how does it differ, right, from the other people's mindset, those who aren't really CEOs? Like, how does it differ from, let's say, an admin? How does it differ?
So for
I'm going to
everybody
show
else,
you
I
guys
have
a
this
really good
graphic
slide.
again.
Hold on.
I have this graphic. I love giving visuals. So for everybody else, there is that, what resources do I control? How can I reduce risk? So CEOs would think, what can I do right now? So with the pandemic, di ba, ang iisipin ng CEO, what can I do right now? Okay? Hindi dahil I want to reduce my risk. It's more of what can I do right now to make sure we are sustainable. But everybody else, the admin or the small businesses or the people that are not really applying the CEO mindset in their business, ang iisipin na lang nila ay, paano ba ako hindi malugi ngayon? And this for me is the most impressive part in the Philippines. Sobrang konti ng proportion, sobrang liit ng proportion ng mga negosyante na nag-lay off ng tao, compared to the US that laid off the entire F&B industry, pretty much, right? Here in the Philippines, you don't hear that many layoffs. In the US, it's crazy. They're laying off people because these people, they are not applying the CEO mindset in their businesses. Ang iniisip lang nila, ano yung kaya ko, paano ko i-reduce yung risk for myself? Hindi nila iniisip na doing whatever they're doing right now, they're reacting to a very short term, to a very ripple, a small wave in the continuity of a business. And that's the very sad part.
So you know what? Now that we have discussed all of this and that we've reviewed, like what we've discussed last week, I want to put all of this together, all of this information together, along with the other information that we've discussed the past episodes. And now we get to the bulk the bulk or the most content that we want to deliver to you guys today as to how we can navigate this uncertain terrain now that we are in this crisis. We are in this crisis together, all right? Now, if you take a look at the CEO mindset, right, we are taking a look at that at the sustainability of our business. I want you to put yourself in that position wherein you are basically the caregiver of everybody. You're not just thinking about yourself anymore. You're thinking about your people. All right. I
And you're
need you
stepping
to
up as a leader as
a
well.
leader. I need you to step up
Yes.
as a leader, right? So I want you to make sure, number one is make sure, right, that your people are okay. After this crisis is done, your people will be your number one resource. Okay. These people that you've taken care of, they will be more loyal and more faithful to you because you've managed that relationship. They know that you've got their back and that it's not all about money for you. So I really want you to see that your people is your number one resource. All right. Um, how do you do this? How will you do this, Maria? Like there are a number of ways that you can do this actually. You know, number one, of course, I need you guys as a leader, you need to know your funding. You need to know how much money you have and how you can really spread this, stretch this so that you can support the people under you and make sure that your business will be able to hold through the crisis, right? You can also talk to your lesser, right? You can talk to them, negotiate some terms. If you can have free rent for this month, that would be great, right? Or maybe a lesser rate for your rent, that would also be good. Negotiate terms with them because remember, if they lose you as a client, it's also going to affect them in the long run. Okay. Letter C, reach out to your clients. This is very important now that in the time of crisis, you know, it's very important that you reach out to your clients, contact them, emphasize on the relationship. Because, guys, I want you to empathize with your clients, all right? It's as much as you are scared, as much as you are anxious, they are too. Okay, so a little phone call goes a long way. Don't talk about the business. You can talk about that some other time. Ask them, how are you doing? How are you feeling, right? Be a good CEO, be a good leader, all right? Make sure that they are okay, support them, all right? Hear their woes. Maria, do you have anything to add to this?
I think the key of what we are talking right now is we're going back to that CEO mindset of what opportunities do I need to create today and how do I make it happen. So when you're talking about, okay, sige, you talk to your lessor, you talk to your suppliers, you talk to your clients, it's that openness of the conversation and the allocation of the resources that would help people believe that there is tomorrow. Because as leaders,
Yes.
the one thing we need to deliver more than money, more than more than an extension on payment is there is a tomorrow, there is a better tomorrow, there is the
Here,
promise of
hope.
tomorrow, and that we cannot lose hope right now. Ito yung pinaka-importante na ang hope is there is hope, there is a tomorrow, we will get through this, and the pandemic is temporary. It's not forever.
Yes. Again, we want to really emphasize this. This pandemic, this crisis is temporary. You want to take a look, you want to make sure that your business is sustainable, all right? This is just a temporary thing. Now knowing that this is temporary, right? Knowing that this is temporary, this crisis is temporary. Now we need to like take a look at ourselves as leaders and bring out our creativity, right? Bring out the creativity amidst this chaos. A lot of businesses are caught because they're not ready for the digital transformation. Hey guys, I want you to remember that this is a black swan event, right? You know what a black swan event is? It means that it's like a once in a lifetime event that we cannot control. Okay, nobody can control this. All right, so create your creativity, think outside the box, right? I want you to look for the opportunities. that is in front of you, right? Look at the other innovative business models, right? Take a look at that. Maria, we discussed this, I think, in our episode 2 or episode 3.
Yes, I think right now the question when it comes to creativity is how do I serve better? That's the
Yes.
question we all need to ask ourselves as business people, as entrepreneurs. Because when you say serve, you're now putting the goodness, the greater good above your own profits and above your own short-term gain. So when you look at creativity, kasi when you think of creativity, it's very abstract, right? Okay, think outside the box and so on. But to make it more concrete and tangible, really ask yourself, how do I serve better in today's crisis? Kasi when you think of that, all the problems will be gone. Pag inisip mo lang, how do I serve my clients better? How do I serve my people better? How do I serve better? Doon papasok yung opportunity. Kesa, kapag iniisip mo lang, ay naku, paano kaya ako kikita ngayon? Paano kaya ako kikita ngayon? Pag ganun kasi, nalilimit yung kaya mong gawin. Hindi katulad na, how do I serve better? Marami ka ng opportunity maiisip. Na iniisip mo, how do I serve
A
better
lot
in
of
this
different
climate?
avenues that you
Exactly,
can
right?
explore, right? And this is
Yes.
where tip number 3 comes in, right? In this talk on how we are going to navigate. We can pivot. Don't be afraid to pivot or tweak your plans, okay? You need to adapt to your current reality, okay? You need to be flexible. So you need to, like what I would say, like agile business transformation, right? Like really don't be afraid to pivot. Look at your resources and ask yourself, how can you use them to your advantage? Explore other services and reach other markets, right? So like you can go like for example for digital transformation, a lot of people are really afraid of this, right? Especially for the older generation because they're not so used to this. But I want you to take a look at your resources. Who is in your company that can help you with this? Pretty sure in your company there's a lot of millennials, and those millennials can really help you guys out, right? And your digital transformation. Now I don't want you guys to also think that you need to be immediately mabilis na maging digital lahat ng processes nyo. Hindi. You have to go step by step. Okay? Take it slow. Okay? Take it slow. Kasi kung hindi, ma-overwhelm kayo. At pag na-overwhelm kayo, lalo lang kayo mahihirapan. Okay? Go through each level accordingly and look at your capabilities. I need you to be realistic because, for you to pivot, right? You need to be really quite, aside from being creative, but you need to be realistic about what you can offer. Don't you think so, Maria?
Yes. And just, I want to add something there. Sometimes we don't
Mm-hmm.
need a complete pivot. Sometimes a tweak is enough.
Konti lang. Yes.
Yes, a
A
small
little
tweak
tweak.
is enough. And that's why I want to go back to what I said earlier. Ask, how do I serve better? Just ask yourself, how do I serve better? Kasi doon mo makikita kung paano. Kung kailangan ba complete change of plans or konting palit lang. It's like, you know how Food Panda and Grab and all these things all these providers are doing their services, di ba? Kahit na with all this quarantine, ang ginagawa nila ngayon, meron ng something called contactless delivery. I don't know if you know
Yes.
that. They've implemented a contactless delivery. So, tweak yon. Yan ang kinoconsider natin na tweak. Kasi in-adjust lang niya
Isa
konti for this climate.
Ang isa pang halimbawa is angkas, right? Angkas, dahil na wala na yun yung mga riders, na yun they're getting into the food delivery service also, diba? Para ma-serve din ang mga pangangailangan ng kanilang customers. Pero alam nila na hindi sila expert dito, kaya they're very realistic about it. Ni sabi nila, they said, okay, this is not really our forte, but we are trying our best to serve
To
your
serve
needs, right?
and to serve. See, it goes back to how can we
Exactly.
serve better?
Exactly. So now, let's go to our next point. All right. Let's go to our next point, which is your tribe still matters. This is a part of our other I think it was 2 weeks ago when we had this episode,
Yes.
building your business tribe. This is now you're gonna wanna really what do you call this? Use your network. Don't stop networking. Go on and continue to network, continue to, support your business tribe, okay? Because it doesn't, what do you call this, when you network, it's not all about having contracts or a done business deal, right? It's about expanding your reach also. Focus more on building relationships, right? You will never know if you'll meet your next mentor, your next supplier, or the booker of your next largest customer base. This is very, very important. This is a very important lesson. I want to like really emphasize on, if you take a look those mobile markets right now, these are businesses whose leaders, whose CEOs made that pivot, made that little tiny tweak, and they are now what responding to the needs of the people. They are servicing the needs, right? And they do this by the help of their networks. They are, contacting their suppliers, they are contacting the different people around them, the different resources, and pulling them all together. And now everybody's working together. And now they are helping each other out. Um, it is very, very important for you to have a support system. This is why your business tribe really matters, guys. You not only learn from all these other people, you can also help each other through this crisis. And that is a very, very important thing. To put in your mindset as CEOs, as leader of companies, right? So your people come first, right? And then you build your business tribe, you foster your creativity, you think outside the box, and then you reach your people. Maria, your thoughts on this?
I think on top of building the tribe, it's also nurturing it, which is important.
Yes.
Kasi, kasi if you think about it, we already have existing networks. And when we say networks, our group of friends, our group of clients, our group of customer base, our group of suppliers, our audience. And right now, more than ever, sobrang importante na we also share resources. Like what
Yes.
Olivia said. It's about brainstorming new things. Pero I think it's more than brainstorming. It's about sharing resources, meaning, okay, so this is what's happening in my business. Ano ba nangyayari sa'yo? Paano, how are you coping with this? Because I think we need to go beyond the old belief na competition. Right now, we need to really
It's not
think
collaboration.
collaboration over competition. It's really time for us all to keep an open conversation because there's so much more to spread around. There's
Yes.
always so
So
much more to spread around. So we need to really believe na we it's okay to share our resources, to share our knowledge, especially now, right? Like now, I think with the pandemic, it really hits us with our mortality. Diba? Kasi this pandemic taught me one thing. Right now, we are equal. Equal. Walang
yes.
mahirap, walang mayaman. Dahil kahit anong mangyari, kahit gaano ka pa kayaman, pag tinamaan ka ng corona, kahit walang bansa ang tatanggap sa'yo. It's not
That's right.
you cannot flee. There's no way that you can flee out of the country. There is no way that you can buy yourself out of this corona. Pag
No, and
tinamaan ka,
we've learned
tinamaan ka.
this. We've learned
Exactly.
this like just yesterday. It's all over the news, right? So
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
let's not
matter
go
whether
into
you're a
that. But
government of it. Yeah,
yes,
but you
but
know
it
what I mean.
doesn't matter.
You are not immune to this.
Yes,
Nobody
and
is immune.
that's why I think right now compassion is key.
Compassion and
Sharing
empathy,
resources is key. Yes, it's really that generosity of
collaboration.
yes, collaboration, accountability, holding ourselves into a much more principled and much more aligned with integrity. Kasi right now, ang tao, like, can I share this? Okay, I have a client in the US and she was telling me you know what? I used to order from this restaurant. They're very fine dining, they're very expensive. A meal is about $200. Okay. Pero when this coronavirus happened, when the quarantine happened, they fired everybody. And that turned me so off. After this, I will never go in. Imagine that. Sabi niya, yung iba nga na hindi pa ganun kamahal yung binibenta, they're stepping up. They're doing deliveries. They're doing takeouts. They're providing they're how do you call this? They're delivering to supermarkets the frozen foods. Kasi nga they want to keep sustainable and they want to share their resources. They're helping out the community. So right now your tribe matters. Be compassionate, be collaborative, be generous, and be principled. Yun yung sobrang importante mo.
Yes, those are very, very good points, Maria. So, everybody, I just want to do a little bit of recap, all right, for everybody who just joined in. You are now watching the Startup Secrets, the Real Negosyante Talk, and we are talking about how to navigate this uncertain terrain now that we are um, going through this crisis together as CEOs, as business owners, as startup founders, as businessmen and women. We really need to work together so that we can sustain our businesses for the long run, right? So I want to recap a couple of the points that we've already discussed. So number one is we want you to step up as a leader. Make sure that your people are okay, all right? And after the crisis is done, because after the crisis is done, I want you to realize that your people are your number one resource, all right? That this relationships that you've made, that it will really pull your business through it, all right? And then number two is be creative, think outside the box, right? A lot of businesses are caught right now because they just weren't ready. I want you to think outside the box and get out of your comfort zone. Okay. Number three, don't be afraid to pivot or make that little tweak on your business. Okay. Look at your resources, ask yourself, how can you use them to your advantage? Okay. Uh, um, explore other services and reach other markets. All right. Now, the next point that we want to emphasize to you guys is that your tribe matters. Now is the time, like seriously, not only building your tribe, but being there for your tribe and supporting each other is very, very important for everybody. All right. So now let's go on to our next point, which is service first. And we've been really talking about this a lot. All right. Thank you to everybody who just joined in and who are still listening to us. I hope that we are helping you guys out through this. All right. If there is any questions or any concerns, anything that you want to share, we are very, very much welcome to your comments. All right. We are live streaming on two platforms right now, on Kumu and on Facebook Live. All right. So our next point is service first. Don't be afraid to extend a helping hand for free, guys. Teach, extend your expertise. Be there to support. Right. Remember, more eyes on you, more eyes on your business. Right. People will remember. People will remember, guys, right? People will remember that you are there, that you were there to help them out. This is now the time to, like, if you, for example, if you're a guitar teacher and you can't go to your class or your school anymore because of this quarantine, you can do online lessons, right? Or you can do a lot of the gym coaches now, they do online lessons or online fitness
Tutorials.
programs.
Yeah, and tutorials.
Exactly, right? And most of this is done for free, and it's okay. It's okay. Now is not the time to be maramot, guys, or just think about the money. Of course, we gotta feed
Yeah.
ourselves, right? But putting that service out there, helping out your fellow CEOs, helping out your fellow your fellow men will really go a long way. Okay, so don't be afraid to share your expertise. All right. Yes, that's right, Timmy. Timmy is a startup founder, right? And she is on Kumu with us right now. So it's very important for us to be open to this, all right? Because we never know, right? We never know. One day it might be us who will be on the other side of the spectrum. All right. Maria, do you have anything else to add to service first?
Right now, I think the question we need to keep asking ourselves, what do I want to teach? Because like, I
Yes.
think for especially right now, diba, there is only a certain group of people that's allowed to leave the house or to go to, to be frontliners. Pero I always think that everybody has something to offer. So I'll give you an example. I am mostly on business coaching, success coaching. Yes, I talk about mindset, I talk about money, pero hindi naman ako masyado nagpo-publish ng articles or posts about mental health. But at that time, I think last week, I just felt this urge to write an article about how to combat the corona, how to deal with anxiety and overwhelm. And nung time na yun, nakita ko lang na everybody's talking about helping the frontliners, sending food to the hospital, sending alcohol and sending masks. Pero I think more than that, ang dami na kasi gumagawa nun. Okay? Like, okay, while my piso can help a lot of things. Pero more than that, I think what can help right now is also how we can combat anxiety, how we can combat paranoia, how we can combat all this overwhelm. Kasi they are as valid problems as the problems of those affected directly by the corona. So,
That's
gusto ko
right.
isipin nyo lahat na hindi dahil nasa bahay lang kayo, wala kayong kwenta. Lahat tayo may kwenta. Lahat tayo may purpose dito. And just listen to how do I serve right now. Kahit na wala ka pang negosyo, kahit nag-iisip ka pa lang ng negosyo, right now is the time where you really become creative with where you can see yourself, how you can step up, how you can show up for the world. Because right now is where your gift matters. And your gift is so unique to you. You don't need to be like everybody else. You don't need to be a nurse right now to help. You can help just by asking yourself, how do I serve? How do I teach? What do I want to teach? How do I want to how what idea do I want to share with other people? Yun yung
This
mas
is so true,
powerful.
Maria. This is so true. So, you know what? Now, a lot of people are bored. A lot of people are now sharing their talents, like on Kumu or here on
Yes.
Facebook and even on Instagram. They're singing. They're singing. They're providing some sort of outlet for people to actually be relieved of this anxiety, so that we can combat depression and anxiety while we are in quarantine, right? Now, guys, our next tip, right, as to how we can navigate this crisis together, and make sure that our business is sustainable, is that we need to shift our mindset. And I know I talk about a lot about this on my Secret Series show, right? I even talked about it earlier. But now we need to talk about being in the CEO mindset as leaders, right? We need to step up as leaders, and we really need to take a step back and really set ourselves up for success for the future, right? Mindset. This is everything. Don't be afraid. I ask the older generation to be more open to transformation. Don't be afraid to digitize, right? Open your mind. Go where your customers are. This is very important. Think about your customers or your user. Think about their journey, right? Ano ba yung negosyo mo? Ano ba yung products mo? Right? How do my paano ka ma-reach ng customer mo? Paano mo ma-reach yung supplier mo? Paano ka ma-reach ng customer mo? And paano ka ma-reach ng supplier mo? I need you to think about this, right? I also need you to empathize with your customers, with what they are going through, and diversify. Okay, this does not mean diversify in business, but I want you to diversify when it comes to perspective. All right, this is where your creativity will come from. This is where your creativity will come from. So it's very, very important to shift our mindset. All right, Maria,
Yeah.
anything
And
else?
I want to add to that because this is the time to go, okay, we're looking at how do I close gaps between myself and the people I want to serve, between myself
Yes.
and the people that I lead, right? But more than that, I think right now, since sinabi ni Olivia na we need to also diversify in the way we think, I want to let you know right now, normal is out. Normal is what's not. Wala nang normal ngayon. Because normal is staying at home normal. It's not, right? Hindi siya normal para sa lahat ng tao. So I think right now, it's even easier for us to explore different mindsets, to explore different perspectives. Kasi this really shows us that what was working is no longer going to work moving forward, right? Now is the time to really think. In my spiritual classes, I teach people, sometimes you don't need to immediately accept a new thought. Sometimes you just need to think of, baka tama yun. Maybe that's right. Maybe I can be someone else. Maybe I can
Be open-minded.
in a different way. Exactly. It's not even, I have to be open-minded right now. Maybe. Kasi that thought of maybe, mas walang resistance. Kasi usually, ang default reaction ng tao, kapag sinabi mong magbago ka, kailangan ganito, immediately they would resist that. Parang they would push, di ba? Ay nako, tingin mo ba tanga ko? Alam ko, this is not going to work. Pero if you just think, baka pwedeng ganito ko i-guide yung negosyo ko. Or baka ganito dapat yung produkto ko. Or baka right now, let me experiment on a new thought or a new idea. So, hindi mo siya linilimit. Ngayon kasi na wala ng normal, and normalcy has become a thing of the past. We need to really become more open to the possibility, not even to the thought, to the possibility of a new thought, a new perspective, a new way of thinking. Kasi right now is the time for you to think, baka pwede. Not pwede, just baka pwede. And that would allow you to ease through the possibility versus push back this thought or this problem.
Remember, guys, when we did our recap earlier, we defined mindset, and we talked about how your mindset really does affect everything, and the mindset is your programming as you know when you were growing up, right? As Marisol shared earlier, she's a little bit afraid to venture into business and everything, and this could be from the conversations that she's heard growing up or when she was in school. So now is the time to kind of just shift that mindset, right? Be a little bit more braver, courageous, and be more positive about it, because there's a lot of opportunities in front of us right now, even though we are in a quarantine. It just takes a little bit of shifting. All right. Now, our next point, really, and our last point is keep the conversation going, keep learning, talk to other people, ask for help, brainstorm, right? As leaders, we don't know everything, guys. We don't know everything. I have been in school forever and ever. I have oh my goodness, I have I have an undergraduate, I have an associate's, I have 2 masters and a PhD, and I am still learning. I don't know everything, even with all those degrees. Even if I've already had several businesses up, I've had my consultation consultation firm, I have my practice, I have all of this. I don't know everything. I continuously learn. I learn from other CEOs. I learn from other businessmen. And it's very important that you keep that conversation going. Talk to people, right? Keep learning. Ask, inquire. It's very important because as our reality changes, right? Our reality has already changed. Now is the time that we learn from other people some more so that we can adapt properly, adapt accordingly to what is in front of us. Right, Maria?
Exactly. I think right now we have to when we say keep the conversation going, is you have to understand whatever pain you're going through, someone is going through the same thing. Whatever problem, someone is going through the same problem. Whatever fears that's now triggered, someone is going through that same fear. My biggest advice on this part is just frame the questions, frame the sharing, frame the conversation in a solutions-oriented way. Meaning, instead of saying, ay nako, ano ba yan? Wala na. Yung, paano yan? Nahihirapan na ako. Ano kayo? Yung business ko,
So it's
itong
not
negosyo
about
ko ngayon,
complaining and whining.
yes, it's more of, you know what? I have this kind of business. Can you give me some, and I'm a little worried about how how it would affect me. Now I'm looking for creative ways to make this work. That's a different conversation. So when we say keep the
Yes.
conversation going, I would be more mindful of how do we direct the conversation to be more solutions oriented, to be more creative, to be more receptive, to be more surrendered, to be more in the flow versus just talking about, what a doomsday everything is. It's more of like, right now, like me, if I just ask myself, but I mean, as you see the coronavirus death tolls go up, right? Iniisip ko lang, if today I'm affected and I die happy. I'm very happy with my life. I'm very thankful. But at the same time, if I have a choice, I would choose life because it means I have one more day to give. I have one more day to share. I have one more day to serve. And that kind of conversation empowers versus disempowering. So whatever you're experiencing, anong hirap sa negosyo or sa personal life mo right now, someone is experiencing the same thing. And that someone will benefit from you being very honest about sharing what you're experiencing. And when you ask for solutions, people love to help. Hindi nga sila tinatanong, tumutulong na sila right? Like, people love to give. As feeling ko, ang daming mga pakialamera sa buhay dahil, people cannot help but stick their nose in someone's business. So, just imagine the possibilities, the opportunities that can happen when you start asking people to be engaged in solutions, engaged in a better future, a hope, a better promise of tomorrow. That is so powerful.
It is. It is. It is very, very powerful, right? So really, we need to keep moving forward, right? As leaders, as CEOs, so having that mindset, we are looking as to how we can always move forward. Look for that opportunity, right? Now, guys, um, do you guys have any question or anything that you want to share with us? We would love to hear from you guys, right? Um, this is just a first part, all right? As this is just the first part of this series. The second part will be next week, the same time, right? Um, but we next week we are going to get into the nitty gritty of things, the real how tos, right? The real how tos. Today was a lot of theories, a lot of theoretical things, but next week it's going to be a lot of practical how tos because it is not the highfalutin solutions that we need right now. We need to be very practical. Timmy has a question: how not to get distracted? I would say, um, remember your business plan, right? Remember that I know Timmy is in the startup community. I would say remember your vision, mission, and goals, and make sure that you align them to your current reality and you make a plan, pivot your plan around it, right? So that you are still achieving those same mission, vision, and goals, right? But based on what we have right now, based on what our current situation is right now. Maria, anything to add?
So with that question to me, for me, I would ask on top of, checking in with the mission, vision, and goals that you set for yourself, I would ask myself right now, what feels good to do in business? Because plans are great, but right now we've already seen that normal is out. What's right is out. What should be is out. So really ask yourself, what feels good right now for me to focus on? Because right now you're having difficulty with your focus. So the question is, what feels good right now to focus on? And where in my
It can
business should,
sustain that focus because
yes,
if it
yes,
feels good,
exactly.
it would be easier to sustain it.
Exactly, right? So is it planning? Is it selling? Is it maybe pivoting? Is it tweaking? Is it transforming your business? Is it going and pushing forth with plans? So I think it's not just aligning yourself with the plans, but mostly making making sure that what you're doing is what really feels good with you at a very deep level versus what you think you should be doing, because right now should be is out.
Yes. So, yes, Maricel, a business plan is really a requirement because this will set you, this will help you drive, and I mean, remain focused and really help you achieve what you need to achieve so that you don't lose your way. Okay. So, guys, yes, Codigo, Codigo, right? It's your cheat sheet. So, like whenever you're making a decision or you have to, like when you're pivoting, right? You can refer to your business plan and see if you're still in line with some of your other stuff. All right. Now, guys, okay, I want to review the different points, right? Um, that can help us navigate this uncertain terrain, right? So, number one is we've discussed stepping up as a leader and making sure that you put your people first, right? Be creative, let your creativity soar through this chaos, right? Pivot or tweak your plans. Your tribe matters. Service first. Change the narrative. Shift your mindset. And then number seven, and lastly, is keep the conversation going. Guys, I will be posting, Maria and I will be posting this on our website, on IG, and on Facebook, on the Real Negosyante Talk Facebook, right? So that you guys can have um, reminders, all right, on how to help yourself. I hope that you guys feel educated and empowered by tonight's episode. And we will get to the part two of this next Thursday, to the real how to's. I want you guys to write down your questions, all right?
Yes, and
So that
even
we can
send it
help
to
you
us.
guys. Yes, please send them to us. Hold on, let me flash this to you guys so that you can follow our sites,
Yes.
all right? So that you can
So
PM us anytime.
yeah,
Hold
so
on,
feel
guys.
free to send us a PM on a direct message on Facebook. We are also on YouTube. We are on Kumu. We have an email address, the Real Negosyante Talk at gmail.com, or on Instagram at the Real Negosyante Talk. So feel free. We'd love, next week we're really doing it more of a Q&A, more practical questions. We're going to take questions. So feel free to send us your questions about business, about pivoting, about dealing with the crisis, about dealing with the changes of your business, how to navigate the uncertainty of today's world. So feel free to send it to us. We both will be available to respond next week. We will do it mostly similar setup, both on Kumu and on Facebook. We will be here to answer your questions. So please send them to us before Wednesday next week. So we'll have time to go through the questions and we'll make sure to answer as much as we can.
So, guys, I hope that this really helped you guys. And I am so happy that all of you, joined us both on Facebook Live and here on Kumu, right? I really appreciate everybody sticking with us and really trying to learn from us. Please do follow my co-host Maria Katan here on Kumu and also on Instagram. Maria, can you share your Instagram with them? I'll
Yeah.
flash the
So
screen again for you
I'm
guys. All
not
right.
as active on Kumu, but I'm very active on my Instagram, which is at Maria underscore K underscore Tan. And I'm very active on Facebook, even on LinkedIn. So please follow me there. And for Olivia, Miss O, here are her social media uh, places. So she's in LinkedIn, Instagram, Kumu, Facebook. So we are very, very excited to have you with us. Oh, and feel free to come visit my website, or if you want more articles or information about the coronavirus or dealing with it, let us know. I have a Thrive Global article that went live last week, and it's been viewed, I think, thousands of times from all over the world, and that would really help you cope with this corona. So thank you so much for joining us. Maraming salamat mga negosyante, mga kababayan. And we're very, very excited to have you with us again next week here on Facebook and on Kumu. I'm Maria.
And I'm Miss O. See you
See
guys
you
next Thursday
next week.
here at the Real Negosyante Talk. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.